This intro video is for using Laulima for homework turn-in, reading graded feedback for assignments, viewing announcements, and checking your course grade. Right now we are on the website, and for example, when you have homework, like say for instance week 1, you can scroll down and it'll be listed under the homework section. It will have detailed instructions on your homework and how to submit it to Laulima. So you would first need to read the homework for the week, and then it will tell you here that you need to submit it to week 1 assignment in Laulima. Now if you just click on that, it'll directly take you to the link in Laulima to the assignments page, but because Laulima is powered by password security, you would need to go ahead and type in your user ID, and you would type in your password, and then you click on login, and it should link you directly to the assignments page. So once you're in assignments, you'll notice that there'll be a list of different assignments visible to you. So it won't take you directly into number 1. You can just click on week 1. And then once you're in the assignment, it'll tell you the title, it'll tell you the due time. Notice the due time is 12 p.m. 12 p.m. is actually noon, midday, okay, in the middle of the day. I do allow you guys a grace period until midnight to submit your assignment without late penalty. Even if the system marks it late, I won't mark you late for it, but anything after midnight will be docked late, okay? And we'll go over that in just a little bit. Now, the only exceptions to that are on critique week for each project. Those days have no grace period, and your work must be posted by noon. So that way you and your peers can look at each other's work and critique it by midnight, okay? You will have a reminder of that when the week comes in the lessons and in a special separate video on how to post for that week for critique, okay? Now moving on, it'll tell you how many points it's worth, and then it'll give you instructions. It'll basically summarize what it is that you need to turn in again, okay? It won't go through every single bit of instructions, because the assumption is that you've already looked at the website and gotten that instruction. And if not, all you have to do is click here, and it'll take you back to week 1 where you could read more information about the homework. Now, there's a model answer here. If you want to know how this is going to be graded, what component is worth what, you just open that up and you get a chance to take a look at it. And you see that the assignment has a breakdown of how it's broken down by points. Depending on how complete it is how much of those points you'll actually get. Sometimes you'll only get a 0.5, sometimes you'll get the whole thing. And then I'll just break it down like this when I grade it. This will be what your grading looks like, okay? And then it'll have some feedback written as well. And then here it will note the late penalties. Now remember, these vary based on when the homework is due, so make sure you check out your assignment for the actual point docs for your particular semester. But basically this is where you see how much it's docked for if it's late. All right, now moving on, here is where you would submit. If you have any questions, you can write them here, any comments, anything you want to write. And then down here is where you would attach the files. You would just choose, you would browse for your files, and then you would attach them. Okay, once you're ready, you go ahead and you hit submit. And once you submit, it will give you a confirmation letting you know that your submitted work has been successfully submitted. And what you can see is you can see your submission here, and you can also see the attachment that you've attached. Okay, so then from there what will happen is I'll receive the assignment, I'll review it, I'll grade it, I'll provide feedback, and I'll try to return it to you within 1 or 2 days. When I return it to you, what you'll get is an email notification letting you know that your assignment has been released and to go back and check it. I usually also send an announcement to the class letting everybody know that the assignment's been released and to read your feedback. So to do that, you would go back to list, and this time when you return to the assignment to look at it, you click on it. It'll allow you to see your submission, the attachment that you submitted, and then it'll say additional instructor comments about your submission. And it'll have feedback of things that you need to fix. And that's the purpose of critique, is to fix your work so that you can improve your grades so that you have the best chances of doing well in the class. It's not a critique of you, it's a critique of the work, okay? So just keep that in mind. All the feedback is just to better your project. And then it'll assign you the grade and give you the breakdown of how it was assigned. You can also look at your grade, what you got out of the max, okay? You also have access for this course to discussions and messages. You can click here, and you can always start a new discussion topic, okay? If you have a question, you can direct it here under questions. And what this does is that it's like a forum. You can ask a question and the rest of the group can contribute to it. So what I encourage people to do is that if you have a question, you submit it here, and I'll be looking at this and your classmates can be looking at this, and I encourage you to contribute a reply if you feel you know the answer. Okay, I'll always try to chime in as well, of course, but it's good to hear from everybody, because oftentimes what we find with questions is that if one person has it, other people have it as well. So we might as well put the question and the answer out there. All you would need to do is create a new topic. Okay, you would name your subject, like say pen tool questions, type in your question here. And then one very important thing to do, select this notify when a reply is posted. This is very, very important, because otherwise you're going to have to keep constantly checking to see if somebody has responded. But if you do notify when a reply is posted, then what it'll do is it'll shoot you an email letting you know that somebody has responded to that question. So check your email frequently, check Laulima if you can also, and don't forget to hit submit. And here is where you will be able to post a reply. So you just go ahead and click post and type in your answer if you think you have it. Now, announcements. If I have an important announcement that I need to make, I might also post it here. I usually try to just send an email to the whole group. Now, there's also access to the course website in here. It's a link that says Art Course website. So when you click on it, you'll be able to click in here and view videos within the screen and everything through the website. And then in Gradebook, as they're completed and as they're being graded, you'll find a list of your assignments and then your current grade based on what you've submitted. So you'll always have access to knowing what your grade is and what you've turned in and what you've gotten credit for, what I've graded. All right, this concludes your lesson on using Laulima. If you're still feeling a little bit unsure and unfamiliar, it might be helpful to check out the Laulima support page. They have an orientation, some video tutorials, and some frequently asked questions, okay? And if you're still in need of help, please be sure to contact me.